Hi, welcome to this episode of Worldwide Canadian. I'm Tim Clark. Today, my first impressions on this Ford F-150. Stick around. As a lot of you may be aware, if you watched my last video, I decided that it was time to look at a larger vehicle. One of the reasons was I got the good news that I was having another grandchild. That's number 3 for my son. And the Ioniq 5 is great, but the back seat wasn't quite wide enough to fit 3 car seats. Also, I do music from time to time, at least once a week, and I was finding I was having to rearrange the car by folding the seats down, and once I got my sound equipment inside, it meant that I didn't have any more room for passengers. In this 2024 Ford F150 Lightning XLT, I have 3 full-size people in the back seat with comfort, and I still have the frunk at the front of the car and also the bed, which is covered with a tonneau cover to haul around that sound equipment. So it means that we don't have to take 2 vehicles when I'm traveling out of town. Now, when I first started to look at upgrading to this particular vehicle, I was looking at a 2025, and unfortunately the price on the 2025 was quite high compared to this one. Ford was offering a $10,000 discount on new vehicles that were 2024 model year because they wanted to clear them off their lots. And because I was a relative of the sales guy, I ended up getting another discount from Hollis Ford, who is in some way sponsoring this video because of the discounts that they gave me. It made it possible. And they took my car in on trade and gave me a decent amount on that, which made this deal a no-brainer. I also did this on April 4th, which meant I could utilize a $3,000 provincial rebate that was ending that very day, and also a 1% discount on the cost of tax because HST was reduced in Canada. So all in all, I got a great deal. Plus, I didn't need the charger that Ford was offering. It was a charger that would require a 100 amp circuit, and so they gave me another $2,000 off the top, which made this car cheaper than a Mach-E. This particular vehicle, though, is I once again picked the standard range battery. And part of the reason I use standard range is, number 1, it costs less, and number 2, I like to stop for a break every 3 hours or so anyway, and that's about as far as I would want to drive. And with all the charging infrastructure that's out there, I have lots of time to talk to other people at the chargers. So I'll give you a quick rundown of this particular vehicle, and I'm sure most of you are aware of all the features of the vehicle, but I'll still show it off. One of the best features of this truck is the front area, which is called the frunk. And it has plenty of space, including some space down below for your charger. It also has 4 household plugs and 2 USB ports for those people who want to run some equipment. And also you notice there's a switch here for the light, and also this illuminates in the dark so that if you get locked inside you can let yourself out. There is a button up here to close it, or you can use the key fob. This car also features a 360-degree camera view, which allows you to see all the way around the vehicle when you're driving. And if you're pulling up into a space, you can also use the front camera to kind of see how close you are. The seating inside is cloth, and I do prefer cloth most of the time. And it's definitely generous with the space. And there's a lot of room in there for 2 full-size adults for a long trip. And the back seat also has a generous amount of space for 3 adults. And there's some storage underneath the seats when you lift those seats up. You just lift up slightly on here, and underneath the entire back there's a little bit of space. And there's also quite a bit of room on the floor because it is flat, and there's some plugs down there, a household plug and a 9-volt plug. Along with the front dash, there are a household plug, the AC, 20 amp plug, and a 12 volt as well. And the screen is a 12-inch screen in this one. I know there's available larger screen on the higher trims, but I would have been in a lot more money for not much extra. These do sport the 20-inch M&S tires, although I probably won't run those in the wintertime. I'll put dedicated winter tires to make the driving easier in the snow. I did add a Ford tonneau cover, soft cover on it, because I do carry equipment from time to time in the back, and I am going to do a bed liner and protection for the back. At some point I'll probably do a spray in because that's probably the easiest. This also has some plugs back here. The Pro Power on board has a 240 and 4 110 plugs. And this particular car also came with an option for the Pro towing package, which allows you to tow up to 7,000 pounds in this standard range battery. I can get 385 kilometers, of course, and that's more than enough for me because I do like to charge and take a break when I'm driving. It has a fast charging adapter in the front here. So you just flip down this one here. And once you flip that out of the way, you can plug in a DC fast charger, and it indicates on here what speed it's charging at. There's an example of one of the cameras that is underneath of the mirror here to give you some ability to see all the way around the car, which is kind of cool. And of course it has the remote buttons here so that you can put your code in if you want to access the car without actually putting in your code. And I did some upgrades after the fact, like the tonneau cover I put on the back. I got that used from a gentleman who bought a Ford F150 and decided a couple weeks later he wanted a different kind of cover. And also I've got some protection for the bed of the truck coming at the end of this week, which I'll be adding a tailgate cover for the inside and also a bed liner for the back of the truck. So once that's all done, I'll be able to carry my sound equipment easily and be able to carry people too. It definitely has the 12.1-inch screen with Apple CarPlay, which is helpful. It's a pretty straightforward unit to use. It does have trip planning, and it will tell you your efficiency of your driving. All in all, I got a great deal from Hollis Ford. If you're looking to buy a vehicle, please check out Hollis Ford in Truro. They do treat their customers right, and Simon Clark, my son, is a sales guy there, and he is excellent. I hear great reviews from other people for him, and I would give him a 100% review because he was very attentive to my needs. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me here on this episode of Worldwide Canadian. I'm Tim Clark. Thanks for stopping by. If you could click the thumbs up and subscribe, that'll help. Also, click that bell icon and you can get notified when I upload new content. See you next time right here on Worldwide Canadian.